Hey, good morning guys. It is a beautiful day out here in Middle Tennessee and we are catching a sunrise doing some ultralight fishing. So I'm running 2-pound test, got a real nice looking jig on. Let's see what we can't get to bite. Thanks everybody. All right, let's see what kind of bite we're working with. Start out with the white. Oh yeah, that's smooth. Cut my drag real light. I usually don't go this light when I'm ultralight fishing, so it's gonna be interesting, that's for sure, running this 2-pound. There's the fish. All right. Oh, come here now. Good looking first fish. Couldn't resist the old jig now, could you, huh? Let's get some bigger ones on. He was under a pound for sure. Alright, we got our first fish on and we are just jumping around downriver. Such a relaxing day, it's beautiful out. Usually go upriver, but kind of wanted to change the scenery today. There we go. Oh yeah. That's a little skip. Little skipjack right there. The coveted bait of many fishermen. But we have so many here, sometimes it's hard to keep them off. There we go. Oh. It's gonna be a fight. A little one. Little fella. Oh yeah. That's a pretty one. That was a pretty one. Alright guys, don't mind the splashing. We got a boat just rolled through here muddying it up. But I tied on a double rig. We've got a good 3 fish on, but kind of struggling to get a bite. I think this might just do the trick. I don't know how it's gonna work on this 2-pound though. Guess we'll find out. On the double. Beauty. Now look at her, guys. Nice chunk on that 2-pound test. The double rig is doing the trick, getting us noticed, getting us a little more distance out there. Awesome. Try to get 1 or 2 more on before packing her up. Hey, what's up my friends? I hope y'all enjoyed the video. I had a great time making it as always. To my new friends at the channel, welcome. I know we got a couple new subscribers. I'm stoked about that, guys. I hope you enjoy the content. Anyhow, we got Marsy Mars in the house. What's up, Mars? You guys hear some panting or something? I just pulled a monster tick off him. I'm telling you, dude, this thing was the size of a corn kernel. It was disgusting. It's hard to find on dogs like this. I mean, he's got such a thick coat. We brush every day, but I was petting him and I felt it on his leg and I was like, dear Lord, you know, right away I was like, that's not supposed to be there. Heart starts pumping. I look, I'm like, oh my God, it is what I thought it was. I plucked that thing off. Some hairs came out, so he was a bit upset with that, but gotta take care of the pup. Anyhow, guys, I filmed this about a week and a half ago. So you want to be in the shot, bud? So I filmed this about a week and a half ago. I had some family in town. I didn't get around to editing it, but anyhow, let's get down to our bait. So the Arkies Shineee Hineee. Funny name, right? Bob's Original 1/16 ounce hair jig. Gotta be real with y'all. I'm not impressed. I'm not. Usually I have nothing but good to say about these baits, but I'll tell you exactly why I didn't like it. So, alright, we'll kind of break it down now. So you got your little bullet head, got some nice eyes painted on there, you know, looks like a fine job. And not to mention, these things were like extremely cheap. I want to say I paid under $2. Don't quote me, I bought them about 2 weeks ago. They were under 3 for sure for 2 of them. Now, you got your like bullet type head, which is kind of cool. You know, I more opt for the ball head ones. I do fish a lot of rocks. I find they don't get stuck as much. It goes down to our like little tinsel body. You got these 2 sparkly tinsely things hanging off, and you got your fluff right here, that synthetic hair. I'm willing to put money on it, some kind of synthetic material. So started fishing it. Action was not bad at all. Obviously we got bit. We had no problem doing that. The problem came in probably by the second fish I caught. Popped that out of its mouth and it was hanging like this. So I'm not crazy about that. I don't know if it's a glue issue or what it is, but I changed it out, fished another one, had the same exact problem on the next fish I caught. To the point where I feel like it got looser and looser, and I was bringing it in on a simple retrieve and I was having to refix it on there. So went through a couple of them like that. I came home, I wanted to kind of feel it out, see if maybe there were just a couple bad ones, and sure enough, probably about the 3 I opened, I gave it a simple tug and it just popped down, almost fell off the bait. So Definitely an issue for me. I'm not into that one bit. I haven't had that issue with a lot of jigs like these, and you do get what you pay for, you know. It is a very inexpensive hair jig. Would I buy it again? Probably not. If I didn't have another option, yeah, sure. It's something you can work around, but you shouldn't really have to if you're actually purchasing a bait to catch some fish on. We were throwing 2-pound test, so this was like what was available for me, this S.O.S trout magnet. It wasn't bad. It is a copolymer line, which I don't normally fish. I'm usually a big fluorocarbon guy, and I will throw mono and occasionally braid when it does call for it. I know there's a lot of crazy braid guys out there, and braid definitely has its place in my tackle box. However, most of the conditions I fish opt for fluorocarbon or mono. Anyhow, get down to our rod. So I was using my St. Croix panfish. It was a 6'9" fast action ultralight rod. Fantastic. I'm a big St. Croix fan, and I absolutely do love this rod. Reel wise, I did do a video on this reel. It's my 80s Dragmaster Cardinal Abu Garcia. It's like a family heirloom for me. It was my grandpa's and my dad's, so I thought that was pretty cool. That's why I use it on my ultralight stuff. I mean, it is not the best reel. It's noisy. You got a lot of play in there, but it means a lot to me. And I do love this rear drag is killer, and it absolutely does work. I mean, I catch these fish on it. I think the rear drag is really cool. I know there are some modern reels that have that as well, which I think is just awesome. But anyhow, guys, oh yeah, what I was gonna tell you, actually hooked myself today. I was making another video on a bait, and I'll get around to putting this out there, but you know, the editing just takes a while for me. I'm a perfectionist, so I really try to get it down right with, you know, what tools I have. So sometimes it takes me a little bit to put these videos out, but anyhow, I'm fishing today. I haven't gotten hooked since, I want to say, September. So September into December here was in Tennessee is where I catch from the bank, and my fish are up the Cumberland. It's where I catch my big bass. Caught my PB smallmouth. I caught you know, your 5+ pounders. That's when you're gonna get them around here. They're just chasing balls of bait, and you can just throw a lipless or a crank in there and just catch a monster. Anyhow, I got hung up on a tree, and I gave up on trying to get the bait out, so I was just trying to break my line off so I'm not leaving a ton of line, you know, out just for everybody. I'm not gonna snip that stuff. I'm not a barbarian. But pulling down, and it pops out of the tree, right? Flies, hooks me right in the shoulder. Goes right, I think I was wearing actually this exact flannel. I never put that video out there because it was a painful experience. I actually had to rip this thing out of me with a pair of pliers, but yeah, hooks me right in the shoulder blade. I'm like, oh dear Lord, you know, barb through and all, pop that thing out, bleeding, go home. I'm like, gosh dang it. So I'm really careful with that stuff, but accidents happen. I'm out there today, and I catch a monster skipjack. I mean, I'm throwing this kind of a newer bait. I haven't really thrown that much, and sure enough, I get a bite. I'm like, oh man, it's real big. And I knew it was a skipjack right away. Get it in. I go to guide my line down. I'm doing some BFS stuff. I'm using 6-pound. Grab my line, start running it down towards the fish, and it pops off. So I don't know if I tied a bad knot, if I frayed up on the rocks or whatnot, but fish doesn't know he's off yet. I know he's off, so I bear claw that thing, you know, like bear attacking salmon style. Oh, gotta edit that out. So I go down, grab him, I take my other hand, go to lip him real quick, and I pull him up, and he starts tuning, you know, wriggling all crazy, just drives a hook right into my thumb. So it didn't go past the barb, thankfully, but it went in deep enough to shred me up pretty bad. Anyhow, guys, I hope y'all enjoyed the video. It's a pleasure, as always. I hope you guys are getting some good fish on, enjoying yourselves, enjoying your families. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other, everybody. Peace.